Hello, Hillsborough. It's Tyler. One thing we all have in common is that life can get very busy, and sometimes it can be frustrating, and sometimes you just have to multitask. So having said that, we were really running behind for this interview, so we just decided to start the episode while we were on our way there in Hilary's car. We really didn't want to be late for this one because we're talking to Will and Rafael from Traffic Management. Any number of things can affect the flow of traffic in different areas of the county, and our guests today have so much to share with us about how they actually monitor and respond to all of it, and there's way more to it than we would have guessed. So fasten your seatbelts and let's get going.
All right, Tyler, let's go.
All right.
Yay. Is this our first time driving together?
I've never been in your car before.
Well, welcome. I'm a very safe driver, so don't worry.
Okay.
So we're at a stoplight right now, and apparently people manage these things from afar. But we're going to be talking to Rafael and Will with Traffic Management. And there's so many questions I have for them. Like, I just want to know how they time the lights. That's my question, because for me that seems so hard for a huge county. Like, how do you make that work?
And people don't even think that there's human beings, behind the wheel on that.
Growing up, I actually always thought there was a tiny, miniature person inside every light, manually changing it, like a gnome.
Oh, I like this. Let's go down this rabbit hole. Yes. Wait, what if there's a green gnome and a yellow gnome and a red gnome, and they all live in the traffic signal
together?
And the green gnome is super optimistic and
happy
safe.
and go lucky, and safe. Yeah.
The yellow is like, oh, these two. I can't stand these two. And then the red one's like, I don't like cars.
Really grumpy.
Yeah,
everyone to stop.
Just wants nothing.
Right.
Actually, this is making a whole lot more sense than managing traffic.
I know.
We should just focus on this.
Here we go. We're at the exit, Tyler.
Yes.
We're going to make it.
All right.
We're coming, Rafael and Will.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to this conversation. I think we just asked ourselves a lot of questions that we probably should have asked them instead.
Exactly. We are ready. We are ready for some anecdotal questions for sure.
What do you say we park this car safely and go upstairs and talk to our friends?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Hello, Hillsborough.
So we have Rafael and Will here. Hey, guys.
Hello.
And you are with Traffic Management.
Yes.
And you were just saying that you guys kind of fly under the radar, but you're out there all the time helping out. So talk to us a little bit about what traffic management does. What's your primary function in the county?
Day to day, it's going to be incident response and management. So traffic management, and that can be anything from an vehicle, an accident, again to a road closure, emergency road closure, construction, a variety of things that affect the flow of traffic on a roadway. We are there to assist and making up for that reduction in capacity.
So your main goal, as opposed to when I think of an accident, I'm thinking there's police there or the sheriff's there, the fire truck. You guys are there to help move traffic, to get the traffic back to what it should be.
Right. So one of our main core services, it's to manage and operate the traffic signals, right? That's part of the core service of the program. Not a lot of people understand that obviously regular drivers won't be able to differentiate between jurisdiction lines, right? Between City of Tampa, the county, Plant City, and so on. But one thing that's crucial for us to help, citizens understand is that we operate and maintain even DOT's traffic signals, right?
The Florida Department of Transportation. Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
okay.
Florida DOT. So overall, we're in charge of almost 600 traffic signals that, again, we operate and maintain. And that involves not only our core team of the Traffic Management Center team, but also the traffic signal technicians, right? So it's a family, if you will. Now we've been in the new facility for about, 3 years now, Will?
Yep. 2.5 years.
2.5 years. We used to be here at actually the downtown in the 22nd floor. So we shifted about 3 years ago to the new facility after COVID. The county built a new building next to 301 and Stereo 60 around in that region. So again, a lot that has been going on, a lot of development, new initiatives, a lot of shifting. But again, it's a lot that we do on the back end to work as a core service dealing with the traffic signal timings, day-to-day operations, and keeping up with, again, daily incidents.
I'm really curious about the process. I mean, how do you monitor, and then how do you make decisions on operating? Like, what decisions are made?
Everything is very strategic. We think everything that we do, every move that we make is well thought. Because again, once we move forward, we cannot go back. It's the same with the traffic signal. Once it goes into operational mode, before it goes into a full operation or not in flash, once they turn on a traffic light, it's everything must, we'll try to make it as flawless as possible. We're going to have problems, as everything. Nothing is perfect in life. But we test every single computer that goes out to the field to have the less possible faults. Because again, it's a computer.
Right. The traffic lights are computers.
Our computers that behave like a clock. So intentionally, first it's a clock, and then it's a computer.
Yeah.
Let's put it the other way around.
It's funny because I was driving the other day and my 4-year-old was in the back seat, and he just randomly said, "Mommy, how does the traffic light know to turn green? How does it know to turn red?" And I was like, there's actually, people, not, I forget how I exactly explained it, but I was like, it's managed by a group of people. Like, they're doing it. It's like a computer.
So a good word is sensor. So
a sensor, because it can tell if a car drives up.
Yeah, they're different types, and typically most people would think of inductive loops, and they're the little triangles that you see cut out in the roadway when you pull up to a stoplight. So those are kind of,
it's like on the road.
Yeah,
it sensors your car pulling up.
Exactly.
Which is connected to the traffic light.
It senses the metal of the
That's
car.
That's the old way. We're
Okay.
transitioning.
Okay.
That technology is a bit antiquated, and we're trying to move to what we call non-intrusive detection. And that is more overhead video, radar, LiDAR based detection that's not intrusive in the pavement. So anytime you have asphalt milling and resurfacing and things like that damage those intrusive detection types, we can avoid that and still operate the traffic signal efficiently during those times to where you have construction and paving activities going on.
Cool.
What about the sensor on the steering wheel that makes the light turn green?
Yeah. Exactly.
How much automation is involved in any step?
That's a great question. Not much at this point. We're working towards technology to automate the process of identifying an incident. So right now, there's different ways that we get identified. FDOT has their regional traffic management center that's located within the city of Tampa. They staff 24 hours a day. So we may get a phone call from them. Again, we do have operators in our facility that also monitor traffic in a variety of other mediums, Waze, Google, 511. So again, we do receive information from, different mediums, and our job is to verify. So once we get it, we want to make sure that that's actual thing. And then once we verify, okay, this is an incident or this is a problem and we need to intervene, that's, then we go to work. We go to work and adjusting the timings.
And then you can change the traffic signals, make something green for longer to push the traffic through. And you're doing that in real time, like every day for us.
So
thank you so much.
So these controllers are pre-programmed with the timings that are basically based on volumes.
What you see typically.
And the real estate that we have, the capacity, the lanes that we have. So that's already laid out and analyzed what needs to be at every pattern of traffic. You have multiple patterns. You have morning pattern, midday, afternoon, peak time, and late night.
And then it all changes if there's a crash.
It all changes at night.
Yeah.
No, this is the regular.
This is just regular
operation Monday
to
Friday. Then during the weekends we have 3 patterns: weekend morning, weekend midday, weekend afternoon, and then the same repeats on Sunday, which shifts a little bit on the schedule. But then when an incident happens, we override those schedules because basically those times, the green time that we predetermined, is not sufficient anymore, right? Because you have a major road closure, a major accident, hopefully it's not a fatality, but when we've had those cases, we've had 4-hour to 5-hour, actually up to 6 to 7 hours closures. So that's basically shifting the entire traffic that used to go in one direction, They're basically have to take a full detour route in a road that possibly had 20 seconds of green, right? And that won't work because it'll create frustration. People won't work. So we'll understand and we'll create more crashes. So what we're trying to do is supplement and add value to the operation of the system.
And I imagine since you spend so much time looking at these things, how predictable is it like almost like a heartbeat? Can you just look at things? Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And there are certain factors that affect it. Weather is a big one. So we know when it rains, there are certain spots that we keep our eyes on. If you've been in the county for a while, you know that I-4, I-75, I-275, those are your hot spots. You know, during a particular time of day, what direction is usually going to be the most problematic. So if we have a crash southbound I-75 in the afternoon, that's going to warrant some adjustment because, again, you get diversion off of the freeway onto the arterial roads, 301, 41. And that's when you have to kind of adjust the timing, the signal timings from what is considered normal traffic to now something that's abnormal and, not recurring.
Yep. Seasonal changes too.
School is big.
School is big.
Yeah. So we do have different traffic patterns for when school is in versus when school is out. So typically for the most part throughout the day, if there's no incident, these signal controllers are running predefined patterns based on what is determined to be normal traffic flow. And our incident management comes in when that traffic flow becomes abnormal due to a crash, which results in a reduction of lanes, which in turn creates a reduction in capacity. Capacity just means how much traffic the road can handle based on the number of lanes.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, a two-sided question as we kind of wrap things up here. Is there anything you guys really wish the residents knew about what you do? And what's one thing residents can do while they're on the road that would make y'all's jobs a little simpler and make traffic flow a little better?
Well, I'll go first and then I'll let Rafael close out. I think the first thing is actually getting exposure. I think that's one of the key points that I think it helps us because again, most people don't know that we're there. So that, when we get to talk about it on podcasts and interviews and things of that nature, it kind of makes the public more aware that we are there, we are providing a service, and we are pro traffic. Our job is to assist in getting you through an incident or getting you just through an intersection, because again, some day-to-day traffic that's considered normal, still requires adjustment here and there. So again, I think the most positive thing is that, our exposure, and awareness, and I think something that drivers can do, the easiest thing that they can do is, to kind of, relax on the roadway. Don't be aggressive, follow the rules of the road. Signal timing is a very detailed, very thorough thing. And the more you try to fight it, the less the more problems it's going to create because, you may speed up to catch this light that is getting ready to turn yellow. But the way signal timing work is even if you make that light the one, just just downstream of that is going to be turning red.
Like you're not going to save yourself any time by speeding through this yellow because you're going to hit a red next.
Exactly.
So just go with the flow.
Yeah,
life motto.
Every now and then you may find a glitch in the matrix, but for the for the most part, you're going to have to stop. And signal timings are designed for you to stop at planned locations, whether you like it or not.
I feel like we could learn a lot from traffic, like philosophically.
Yeah, I mean, it really just sounds
relax
like
we design
it. And sorry to cut you off, but we design, most of the corridors are coordinated. Let's say Water, Sheldon, and so on. They are coordinated to basically match the posted speed limit. A lot of people just try to speed up and they catch the next one might be green, but second two down the road will be yellow and red. And you're going to be waiting there longer than I will be if I'm traveling at the posted speed. So again, slow down, no need to rush. If you're going to go through a major delay, you got to wait every morning through the same issue. Try to find an alternate route. We're all citizens from this great county.
Yeah.
We also drive through the same corridors, even different parts of the county. So we're here to listen, open arms. Time of day is crucial. We've learned to even going to work. We learn to leave early. And if you know that you're going to have a problem with constant backups, wake up a little bit early. That's my best recommendation for you. And keep the phones away while driving.
Isn't that the truth? That's a big one.
Distractions in general. Not just the phones, but phones are big.
Hit play on Hello Hillsborough, put the phone down, and then
exactly. Just listen to this traffic management podcast. Yes. The next time you drive.
Well, this is a great conversation.
So much. I mean, I feel like we could just keep talking. I have so many. We're going to have to do another one with y'all.
We're saying we got to keep it short because we can keep on going.
Love it. We've loved having you here, Will and Rafael, and we appreciate all of your really great tips.
Anytime. Thank you guys for the exposure.
And if people want to learn more about what y'all do, where should they go?
hcfl.gov. In the search bar, you're going to type in traffic management.
There's a traffic management portal there. Yep. They can get information, driving tips, information on red light running cameras, all things traffic.
Beautiful.
Boom.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Hello, Hillsborough.
Oh, what a great conversation. I'm excited for lunch. We can talk all about what we just learned.
I did not think I would learn that much.
I know. I cannot wait to tell everyone I know that by speeding, either just speeding in general or speeding through a yellow light actually doesn't get you to where you need to go faster because the lights are all timed for the speed limit. So you're just going to stop at the next light because the next light will be turning red as well.
Yeah, and I kind of like that next time I'm in traffic and something unexpected happens, someone's paying attention.
I will be thinking of Rafael and Will.
Of course, but I mean, they can. There's things they can do from very far away that will help alleviate those problems pretty quickly. So
exactly.
Cool. I could have talked to them for.
Well, it's like longer. You're getting this inside scoop into the county happenings that you would not normally know about. Like, who knew that there were people whose only job is to manage the traffic lights? And
after talking to them, it would be hard to imagine there not being a person.
Exactly.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry too. We need to fill our bellies. I just don't want to make a wrong turn. I want to get to lunch on time. What a great day to just record a podcast. Go to lunch with my buddy.
We've yet to have a bad day recording a podcast.
It's always a good day when we're doing our podcast interviews.
And now there's going to be food.
Yay!
So, well, since our show is called Hello Hillsborough, we don't say goodbye here. But what we do say is thank you so much for listening. However you spend your day, we really appreciate you taking the time to listen. Remember to click that subscribe button so you never miss a new episode.
And don't forget to follow your favorite county on social media. We are at Hillsborough FL on all the platforms. And for more information on everything Hillsborough County, go to hcfl.gov. I'm Hilary.
I'm Tyler.
Until next time,
hit the gas.
Woo!